test bloody mermaids.
The second instalment to
the trilogy. No,
the anthology.
What's an anthology?
I don't know. It just sounds good.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many they're going to be. So
who knows? They're probably wondering that while they're listening. How many of these fucking things are they going to be?
Not even listening.
That's true. Yeah. So we realised last week on our first one, we didn't actually say who we were. So
you can tell we're pretty good at this stuff. We went to uni for this shit.
So I'm Kayla, and the other one's Emily.
Hey.
Hey. Hi. I'm having my lunch right now. This is really, this is so inappropriate. I've got so many things to do, like eating lunch, and this podcast is just taking up my time.
Last week you should have missed call.
I know, I don't... You guys...
The life of Kayla. You could just do this by yourself.
It's non-stop.
You don't need me.
I don't have time for this. These crisps aren't going to eat themselves.
Okay, have some dip. Sour cream and chive dip. You haven't opened... Do you like that? You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Good.
This isn't a podcast, it's just us having lunch.
We have got a couple of topics and we're going to maybe touch on them and then just see how it goes. You know, you don't own me.
You don't know. You can't tell me how to do this. This is our podcast.
It's my life.
I am the rules. In the picture of Smear Test Mermaids, I have blonde hair. How about that?
And you know what? She doesn't now. Deer on the street, you know, you're looking for a peroxide blonde egg. It's not her. Okay? It's someone else.
Yeah.
You'll look for black hair.
Yeah. Black hair.
And in the picture, I've got black hair. I haven't now.
This is crazy. We're just confusing you. This is just too much.
Just keep up, okay?
Just try.
What was our topics? Oh.
Talking of hair.
Oh, good one. That is... God, you're like a one-show presenter.
A one-show presenter.
Look at that smooth change into the next topic.
If only we had Bruce Willis here.
Oh, awkward.
We were going to talk about regrettable hairstyles from our past.
We've all been there.
I regret hairstyles I had yesterday, so I do. I'm just like, why did I do that?
I guess at the minute, like you said, you've got black, kind of almost shoulder length hair.
Yeah, sort of like a bob sort of thing.
Yeah, and I've got long hair.
Long hair. I've got hair.
I'm just saying this because then when we talk about the regrettable things, you can see like how regrettable it is compared to what ours is now. Does that make sense?
Emily's got like a fringe, and she's got hair, and it grows out of her head. It's so weird. And she's got like that ombre style thing where it's like dark and then just gradually gets lighter. It looks cool. At the minute it looks cool, but if we're talking about regret, I bet I'll hate it in a year. Yeah. Although I like it now, but you know, it's one of those things like it's cool. Ever changing.
Yeah. In like 10 years' time, I might look back on photos and think, why did they do that?
I'll do that when I look back at pictures of us two together.
So, what was your most regrettable? You want to say how old you were, what you were thinking, and yeah. Okay, I've got plenty to choose from because I was a hairdresser and I changed my hair a lot over the years. I'd say the most regrettable one was where I had black hair and I thought it would be a great idea to dye it peroxide blonde, like at home. Just went for it, like most of it fell out. And I had to shave it. I had to shave my head. Like, it's because I just rushed it, really. And I, got halfway through and then I went red. So I was like, right, I'll just dye it red then because this is obviously not working. And then it just, turned to cotton wool and started falling out. So I just had to shave it off. That's quite... Most people say, oh, I went through a summer of having blonde highlights. And I didn't like them. No, yours is... full on. Shave it off. Okay, yeah, any more? When was that? That was 2008? Yeah. 9? I think it was 2008. 2008 was a funny year. I had also, we were talking about it earlier, the awkward mullety styles. So 2006. I know, and it was just horrible. And it was like a weird gingery blonde, and it looked I had little sideburns and a little mullet. It just looked awful. How about you? Yeah, I think I had a mullet about the same time. You probably cut it, actually.
Yeah, probably.
I had like black hair. I had black hair for a long time.
You did.
I really don't know why.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had it like short at the back with like 2 long streaks, a bit like a longer version of a Paul Weller haircut.
Oh yeah.
Man, that was a mistake.
Oh,
I thought it was like a right little rock star.
Yeah, I thought it looked cute at the time.
Yeah, I did too. And then I had like a blonde streak.
Little badger streak.
Yeah, I had that for a lot. I really loved that streak. That was there for a long time.
I did that for you. Do you remember?
You did, yeah. It took ages, didn't it? That was. But looking back on photos now, I'm just like, oh my god. If I saw myself now, if I saw someone with that haircut now, I'd be like, you're a dickhead. And I did, and I got.
We're really judgmental, by the way.
Yeah.
If you didn't notice.
You probably have noticed. And like, well, coupled with the fact that I had a mullet thing, I was also quite into like leopard print and. Like the really low down trousers showing your pants off with the belt buckles.
Alright, gangster.
So cool. And then oh my god! And then I had the mullet, and then we dyed it bright red. Do you remember that?
The Russian prostitute.
Yeah, that was one of the first things someone said to me when I had it done.
They did look nice red for a while.
Bright red with a blonde streak.
It was a bit much.
With leopard print.
It was all a bit crazy.
And then I thought, oh, you're really good. Go with this green eyeshadow. Lime green eyeshadow it was. It'll bring up my eyes.
Oh, yeah. It did look good, didn't it? They were like, yeah, silence.
And then I just went really short. Funny year, 2008. It was a funny year for haircuts as well as many other things.
I always remember this. You might want to cut this shit out.
Don't name names.
No names. Still strangers. When we went to a club and like I remember you had a haircut like that, and there was like one night where guys were just like, oh my god, are you a model? And you were like, yeah.
That's literally never happened again.
It's so weird. What would they put in the water there? No.
I think that was a strange night. Like I said, 2008 was a funny year.
Yeah, the haircut obviously did wonders in that way.
Yeah, but if I look back on photos now, I just think, oh god. Makes my face look really chubby and my neck really chubby and like
chubby neck.
It just wasn't like, at least with long hair you can hide a lot of sins.
You can hide the chub. Tie it up around the chin. Use it as a scarf. A chub hider. How about when you were a kid? Like, do you have any weird hairstyles that you remember?
To be honest, my hair looks like it does now. I had a fringe for a very long time, and my mum used to I did like bows, like clip bows, the bow with a clip on it, and then in the middle would be like a Disney character. I'm sorry, I've mentioned Disney again. Okay, it's on the mind.
I knew this would happen.
I'm not. It's just I won't.
She's been banging on about Disney ever since this bloody podcast came out.
It's opened up a lot of memories.
It's opened up wounds
that I've never properly healed.
Yeah. Scars.
I was the last thing I mentioned about it, but that's what it was. And you know, when I went to Disneyland, I may have got a Jasmine one, and it may have been the best day ever. But okay, I'll leave it at that. And yeah, and I think, but I was quite a bit of a tomboy, so I went through like just having short. I really can't remember what my hair. I just didn't give a shit. Really, I never tied it up. Never did anything with it.
I think when we went to high school or secondary school, whatever, there was that phase where girls like scraped like every single strand of hair onto the tightest ponytail or a bun ever, and it was like the hardest thing to do, and it took hours before school. I remember we were obsessed with that, and I remember you used to do it as well, but because your hair was so thick, we had to like put loads of clips in it and stuff. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. Everyone remembers me as being clip girl.
Clip girl.
I'd have like so many clips at the back of my hair, and then it started to become like an actual collection. And they were all sticky because I put so much hairspray to try and keep my hair back, because I really wanted to achieve that disgusting chav look where it was so tight against your head that it was just like, but my hair was too thick that it wouldn't stretch like that. And I was like really annoyed at my own hair that it wouldn't stretch like that.
Damn you.
I'm really glad I didn't do it, because that actually damaged your hair.
Yeah, there was quite a few girls at school who went bald after a while. All the cool girls like did it perfectly, and like all the saddos or whatever could never do it right. They always had like wavy bits, and I had like naturally quite wavy hair. I used to have like my baby hairs would stick out. Aww. And like I remember trying to hairspray them down, and I remember like only the cool girl, none of the cool girls had baby hair. Like they all had like perfect hair.
None of the cool girls had GCSEs either.
That's true. That is very true. For a future. And then there was the other phase, same with the weird half bun thing. I don't know if anyone remembers. Yeah, it was a bun, and then the bits of hair, then you spiked it out.
Then if you can hear that, that's my phone. Not my mobile phone, the landline.
Emily lives in a castle.
I do. Yeah, and the spike bits, and then you put like glittery clips. Oh, it's just.
It was just so over the top.
I know. The funny thing is, it probably will come in fashion.
I've just remembered. It probably will. It all goes around in circles. Do you remember those weird? I loved them when like Claire's Accessories. They used to do those those hairbands that were like really big and fluffy and furry. Do you remember them? I used to put it around. I used to do my bun like as perfect as possible, then put it around it. Like
Oh
good.
yeah, like glittery strands.
Yeah.
Awful.
Like scrunchy things. That's nice.
They're coming back.
Oh,
scrunchies are coming back. I never thought I'd see the day, but they have. I have actually seen them.
Hipsters love them.
It's like, but you weren't even alive in the 90s.
I know.
That's actually quite a good move on to the next topic. Fashion trends. I don't know if this is because we're old. We're not old. We're in our 20s. And we're just becoming like moany old women and don't like the youth of today, or whether they are just stupid and it's just the stupidest fashion trend of the lot in the world ever. Which
they all look identical.
Right? Yeah, this is the thing, right? I don't know. When you're at school, like there was always like this stupid system of having different groups of people. Yeah. But I honestly, if you think
like the goths,
emos, grungers, love grungers, sporty kids. And then, but I think if we were at school now, I think everyone's the same. I think there probably is still popularity contest, and that will never go. Yeah. But I just all girls and all boys just dress exactly the same. I'm like, where's the variety in life?
Who are the weird ones? You can't tell. Which one's the cool ones? You don't know because they look like Justin Bieber.
Yep. Current for older people now, not just school kids, but the trend I really like. I'm getting so sick of seeing. Is disco pants. Oh my god, I saw a girl in different colours.
I saw a girl in red ones the other day.
Oh no.
And then I saw her and I was a bit drunk. And then like I said to Tony, my boyfriend, if I ever mention this guy Tony as my boyfriend, sorry. Clearly always banging on about the poor guy. And she was wearing them. And like Tony had clocked it first and he was like, oh my god, that girl looks like she stepped up the 80s, oh my god. And I was like, where? And I couldn't see her, and then I finally saw her. And then I turned around to Tony and I was like, oh my god, I just saw that girl, and there was horrible red disco pants, and I realised I was sitting opposite her best friend, and I was just like, shit.
Oh my god,
she like didn't notice, thank god. She was looking at her phone, or she just pretended that she didn't notice, but they were giving me funny looks. But maybe that's just because I wasn't wearing disco pants.
Maybe you were part of the disco pants. Yeah, there's a certain outfit that girls seem to be that is the outfit of the moment, which is disco pants. And if they're going out, if they're going out, with disco pants, then they wear those ridiculous leotard tops, which is basically like a Borat swimming costume.
They're so unflattering.
So unflattering. It's like, seriously, you're walking around with a side boob out as well as front cleavage. Let's not do this, girls.
It's too much.
Let's not do it.
It's too much.
It's too much. Weird. Tucked into the disco pants, which are also really tight.
You can't, there's nothing left to imagination. You're basically out in, a weird skin suit. Everyone can see every little, nook and cranny.
Well, it's the perfect molesting top.
You would know!
Well, yeah. Like a bit of side boob action. All you need is someone's hand getting in. No. Then they'll wear what's it called? A snapback hat.
Oh, like trucker style?
Yeah. I mean, please.
Yeah.
And then high heels or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
or dunks.
They're just all clones, but they all look really stupid. It's not even a good clone. It's like a clone of. If you want to make an outfit look like you have the intelligence of a rat, then please wear that. I'm sorry, I'm really nasty. But
she's really upset.
If it makes you feel better, my life isn't very interesting and everyone hates me, so I'm being punished for it, okay? At least I look hot.
I was thinking when I was a kid, do you remember trouser skirts?
Oh my, wow.
That is a flashback. I
have not thought about them for a while.
I can't stop thinking about them. They're just so good.
Were they leggings and a skirt?
No, they were
actual trousers.
Actual trousers.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. And I think I had ones that had a flare on the trouser.
I remember always being a bit jealous of you because you used to you didn't used to buy loads of clothes when you were a kid, but sometimes your mum would just be like, okay, I think you need some new clothes. So you used to get loads all at once.
Yeah, it was all in one go.
And then they were always really nice, and I used to be really annoyed because I didn't used to get. My mum wouldn't let me buy loads of clothes all at once. It would be if I need one thing, then I'd get one thing, and then I was
one sock.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think my mum used to be like, right, okay, you need to sort your life out. Here's some new clothes. But yeah, I remember it being very stressful. I feel sorry for my mum.
There was one top. I remember there was this party in the village where we lived, and for a long time we were all debating about what top to wear, and I managed to convince my mum a Barbie as a slut t-shirt. Like, girls, I've done it. I've got it.
I've achieved greatness.
I've got the Barbie as a slut t-shirt. And then you had one, a black one, which had like a slit at the top.
Yes,
and then I think it had a slit, and then oh no, yeah, you had that one, but then you had another black one which said www.misssexy.com.
Oh my god, I remember that! We were like 13. Oh, we were so weirdest little kids. Never even kissed guys, and we're like,
Barbie is a slut. And then someone else bought another one which said I love me.
I remember I always wanted, once you got that Barbie as a slut one, I wanted the one that said Cindy is a whore.
You picked up, well, I went to the shop with you, and there was a top there which had a condom.
Yes.
In like on the top, like an actual one.
It was like
what was it in Kate? It was in Kate. It was
yeah, like
a
weird
plastic,
laminate.
And you were like, I want this so much.
And they said it was like strawberry flavoured. I was like, oh my god, this is so crazy.
I'm kind of thinking like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then I had to be, and you explained to me, I was like, oh, it's a condom.
I remember that was in Catwalk in Worthing. Do you remember? I remember I took my mum in there, and my dad in there, and he was like, what is this place?
I can't believe you took your dad.
I know, like I was like, I want to buy this top, and it was like a butterfly one. It was really expensive, and for some reason I really wanted it. Do you remember it?
They were hideous.
Yes.
But they were so cool.
There was so many sequins on it, and they pretty much just covered your boobs, and they like tied up at the back. Like backless, and that was it. It was just
Did you get it?
No, my dad was like, you can't wear that.
You're 12.
Yeah, exactly. It was like gold sequin butterfly shape on your chest, and yeah, he was not happy about that. Yeah, that didn't go down well.
I remember that at the time though, you had to wear a t-shirt which said something on it, like which was quite like had like
saucy.
Sexy in it or something. It
was a bit like controversial.
Yeah.
And there was one with handprints on the chest.
Yeah.
And I wanted that really badly, and my dad would not let me have that. He's like, you're going to get loads of weirdos doing that, and I was like, no, I won't. And I'm like looking back, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? I just thought the crazier it was, the cooler it would be. Oh, and the other one was pedal pushers. Do you remember pedal pushers?
No.
They were like, I'm sure you must have worn them.
Explain them.
They were like trousers, but they were like cut off around the knee bit, and they were like clingy lycra, and they had like a little slit, and like they were just like the coolest things. You wore them with like little trainers. They used to have another word, 3/4 lengths.
Oh yeah, yeah. What about now? What's pissing you off?
Everything.
Geek t-shirts.
Yes.
Dweeb. Yeah. Like the thing that annoys me about that is like the people who wear stuff like that are the people who take the piss out of nerds and geeks.
Yeah, and they are far from nerds.
Yeah.
Far from picking up a book.
Meow.
I know. We need to put like those weird like radio things where they like press the buttons and it's like we need to get one of them, like the sound effects system. And everything with a moustache on. What is that about? It's like necklaces, rings, glasses, leggings just covered in moustache print.
Oh, do you not get it? It's like if you wear stuff like that, then that means that you're really like kooky and like you're like absolutely like literally people don't know what to make of you because you're so crazy. Like you're a girl and you've got moustaches on you. Like it blows people's minds.
You're blowing mine right now.
You should totally buy into that.
Oh my god, I totally get it. It's because like girls don't really have moustaches, or they're not really supposed to. And it's just a bit like a big F you to society wearing moustaches.
I know.
That's just like, so silly.
I think
you're a girl. You're so silly. You're silly.
And then if you buy stuff with a moustache on, then like obviously you're the kind of person that has like a keep calm, carry on poster.
Keep calm and grow a moustache.
Keep calm and drink tea. Because when I feel stressed, all I have to do is read those words and I'm fine. Yeah. The thing is, like, well, when they first came out, I read about them. They were a poster that was going to be used in the war as like propaganda, but it never actually was. And then someone found it in their loft, like, because their relative was the person who designed it. And then they just started re-releasing posters of it because it was a nice design, and then it just went absolutely stupid after that.
Yeah, like they use it for literally anything.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh yeah, because that's an advert, but I don't really know what it's about, but it looks good because it's got like keep calm, carry on thing.
Or it says like, or if it says like the complete opposite, like stay crazy and freak out or whatever the hell it says.
Because that's funny because that's the opposite of
Yeah.
what keep calm and...
It's just too much, isn't it?
Where does this stuff come from?
Who is this guy? It's just wordplay in a really simple way.
Things, yeah.
I think we've pretty much spoke a lot.
This was a really moany one. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Next week we'll go more. We'll be more funny. But you know, if you agree with anything, then you should get in contact with us.
Yeah, we realised also on last week when we were trying to like tell you our Twitter page, we also got that wrong.
I'm so sorry.
It wasn't too wrong. It was just one letter out.
What is it anyway?
Isn't it smear test maids?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Rather than smear test maid.
Which I mistakenly said last week. My deep, sincerest apologies.
Deepest sympathy.
My thoughts are with you.
Regrets.
Wedding regret.
Yeah.
We're gonna go away now and cut a load of stuff out. Okay.
Hopefully we'll keep the good bits in if there is any.
Well, we'll speak to you soon. I guess
Speak soon. We're the smear test mermaids. Do do do. Play it on your laptop. Boop be doop. It's a podcast.